Coming up right now, a high school teacher makes headlines for calling it quits. Why he says a growing addiction among his students is to blame.
Also coming up, it's rob Peter to pay Paul story involving a drug debt and a truck full of liquor.
A little bit later on, President Trump jumps on the TikTok bandwagon. Just how many views and followers has he racked up with his clothes on in 24 hours?
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English. We are welcoming you to Daily Flash. We'll be checking in with our buddy Matt Do a little bit later on the show. So glad to have you here on this FRI day. Isn't
nice
it
to have you back at the big desk
Oh,
once
glad to be
again,
here
Mitch.
all morning long. Yes, I'm excited to be here.
I know you are. So there's a new trend and a warning for this new trend for parents. It's called sharenting. Sharing. Parents who share too much about their kids on social media.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Experts are saying you're getting into dangerous territory by posting every little detail about your child online. Now, whether it's for safety reasons or for future self-esteem reasons, you have to be extremely careful about what you're posting about on your kid online.
It's interesting. A side note, I don't care what your kid's doing.
You'd be both.
I'd be following your kid if I wanted to know. No, there's moments by all means.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I agree. And I would imagine the safety comes through is like, well, you're telling them that Johnny's had basketball practice every day at this time. This is what Johnny looks like.
Exactly.
And that sort of thing. I think every parent is guilty of it. I mean, you're very proud of it and that sort of thing. I know there was when I was when my youngest child, my daughter got her driver's license.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell everybody that. She's like, I don't want to see my picture. I was like, no, but it's me. And so I showed it and I had her put her thumb on the address. But I look back and I go, yeah, it was all about me saying my youngest daughter or my youngest child had got a license.
Yes.
And she didn't want it, but I did. So I'm admitting not everything needs to be shared.
Which is kind of, it's funny that you mentioned that because I feel like that's sort of the same thinking when it comes to celebrating a 1-year-old's birthday. It's not about the 1-year-old.
Don't get me
It's
started
not
on
about the
that.
1-year-old, it's about the parent.
And how much money people will spend on their first, that this kid will not remember 1 second of it.
No.
At all. All right.
No.
And you guys remember, right? You're only, a few years away from that, right? Okay. All right. Let's go to Arizona where we talk about a high school teacher there blaming his students' addiction to these things, cell phones, for the reason why he says, I'm out of here, I'm 5,000. His name is my full name, Rutherford, and I hate saying that name. For some
Mitchell
reason. Yes.
Rutherford?
His name is Mitch Rutherford. I'm going to call him that. He taught biology for over a decade. He also said he had finally had enough of trying to compete for the attention of his students and their mobile devices. I know the feeling. It's called parenting. Rutherford said that he, last fall, more than half of his kids were actually failing the class and told him they didn't want to be at school. They didn't even care about their grades. Well, Rutherford thinks that mobile phones have actually become a dangerous addiction for the latest generation of students. Parents say that they actually understand his frustration with these screen-obsessed teens, but we're actually sad to actually see him go. I was a substitute teacher for a while, loved it. I'm telling you, if I didn't have his job, I'd either do that or become a massage therapist.
Oh, really? A massage therapist or a substitute teacher?
Yeah, but I'd only massage women, okay?
Okay.
Not fat guys, all right? That's weird.
No, really.
But I would be up there, and the school said no cell phones, and I said, and look, I'm going to let you use your phones to listen to your music while you're doing it. No problem with that. The second I see you touching it, now as a teacher, and I think most schools are like this, you are not allowed to touch that phone whatsoever.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, they say put it in the box, and you can't, you can't take it away from it because what if something happens, then you're liable for it. That's how litigious we are. And this is what these teachers are up against.
The problem is, Mitch, when you and I were in school, problems happened and we did not have cell phones.
We didn't.
And somehow they were all resolved magically. Here in Orange County in Florida, they have banned cell phones in classes.
Yes,
so,
good.
And oddly enough, they found that the students are more receptive. They're actually speaking to one another. They're getting along. They're not fighting as much. and they're actually absorbing the lessons and more information.
I love seeing Florida actually lead the nation in doing something like that, which is odd.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I want everybody here, now, including you, Maddie, we had cell phones and when we were in high school.
Yes, we did.
But they were locked into your car and they were like this big, okay? Cell phones were around. We're not that old.
Giant bricks.
Right,
yes,
giant
yes,
bricks, yeah.
Exactly. An Indiana man decided to steal a delivery truck filled with liquor to pay off his drug debts, because that's what you do. 39-year-old Bo Burchell was sitting in his car when he noticed a truck pulling into a local bar's parking lot. So he figured the $12,000 worth of beer and booze would likely be enough to settle his outstanding drug debt. Soon after the truck was reported stolen, police found it in a cornfield about 2 miles away. They also discovered Burchell nearby and arrested him. In addition to the stolen truck worth about $50,000, cops say they also discovered another piece of equipment worth about $60,000. So you're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
I got that truck out back. It's good to go.
They'll only pay off like about a quarter of your debt to make that.
Apparently, it was a liquor truck full of booze and beer, plus the farm equipment that would pay off his drug debt, which would total more than $100,000.
This is in Iowa, right?
Illinois, Indiana.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. I was gonna say if it was Iowa, I go a cornfield, really? Hey, you got to do what you got to do, but he got busted, right?
He did.
All right.
Yeah.
You remember when President Trump said, "Listen, no more TikTok"? Well, now he's already getting on TikTok, and he's huge. Within just a matter of hours, Trump racked up more than 22 million views on his debut video. He's also got well over 1 million followers. Trump was in office. He signed an executive order to block the popular video sharing site in 2020, but his order was actually met with legal pushback and continued to make its way through the courts. But by March of this year, Trump had actually changed his tune a little bit. While contending that these Chinese-owned platform had security risks, he also believes that banning the social media feed could actually limit free speech and give Meta the upper hand by limiting voices on Facebook and Instagram. And I think it was Andrea that taught me that TikTok over in China is all educational. Was it you telling me?
All educational.
Yeah, I mean, so it's not like you got people taking baths in milk
doing
and cereal.
Tide Pod challenges and dying from ridiculous dares on TikTok, which is sort of what's permeated our society with that particular social media platform.
And even like I think the CIA, the Pentagon doesn't allow you to have TikTok on at all. A lot of government agencies, schools, a lot of businesses says we want nothing to do with TikTok. And I think it's a matter of look, there's a huge audience there. I think, and then they're also saying we're not going to, the owners of TikTok saying we're not going to sell, and no matter what, but it's going to come down. It's all political right now. It's interesting that he went back on, so I'll let you make your own decision there. Why?
Well, you think about it, it's like social media warfare. TikTok is owned by China, which is a communist-run country. TikTok bought Vine, which was an American company. Remember Vine videos?
I do remember this.
And they renamed it ByteDance. Well, ByteDance is the parent company of TikTok. Now, China operates TikTok here in the US. So everything you put on TikTok or everything they want you to see on TikTok is monitored by them. And in addition to that, they have access to everything on your phone
you give them
when you download that app.
It says it right there on you. No one reads it. Same goes with Temu, by the way. Keep that in mind. Here's the thing. I think social media is something that sways votes either way, and to not be on it
100%
is really stupid. Because, or even to talk bad about it this time, I don't care what side of the political fence you are, because we don't know what can be controlled on there, as we learned from Facebook and Twitter, and it came out recently. So keep that in mind.
Speaking of TikTok, Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary wants to buy it with the help of investors willing to pitch in for a stake in the app. O'Leary, the Canadian-born investor known as Mr. Wonderful for his skeptical persona on the hit reality series, started a crowdfunding page online to test the waters. Right now, he's inviting would-be investors to make a reservation, a non-binding move whereby no money changes hands. O'Leary said that TikTok, with its more than 1 billion users worldwide and 16 billion in U.S. revenue, is worth billions. Mr. Wonderful is the latest U.S.-based business owner expressing interest in buying the Chinese-owned and operated app. And earlier this year, they decided to ban TikTok, meaning they're forcing the parent company ByteDance to sell to an American investor.
And this was something they urged even with the Trump campaign going on as well. And I think, we can't be lax on what China knows about us, as we have learned. They're above. I don't think they even care. You know what's going on? Same with North Korea. They don't care. They don't care what happens to anybody else. You know about North Korea putting trash up in the air?
Yes, and dropping the trash bags full of poop?
Yes, and doo-doo, dropping doo-doo. Got doo-doo come from there. Doo-doo. This is what I'm telling you when it comes to these communist countries.
Yeah.
Well, first, are we on any communist countries this show?
Well, if we were, we wouldn't know.
Oh, that's true. You would be suppressed. They don't care. They don't matter. The truth doesn't matter. And listen, it's something we definitely have to keep our eye on. Something that the truth is on this is we got more Daily Flash for you.
We do 100%. Do not go anywhere. We are going to be right back shortly after this.
Don't go anywhere. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I am Mitch English. All right, listen, when you think about real estate agents, do you see them as like an army of one or maybe a global force for good? Well, soon you will, actually, thanks to a new program that's actually helping veterans get into the industry. And here to talk about it is Army veteran and real estate agent Jason Anderson. Hi, Jason.
Hey, good morning, Mitch.
Thank you, first off, for your service. We always appreciate having veterans on the show. And now you want to make sure that the veterans are taken care of. First off, explain what this program is to us, and then actually, why veterans?
So Johns Hopkins University is putting on this event and specifically catering it towards veterans, which makes me really excited because there's this unique mission set and problem solving and adversity overcoming that veterans have, and this that pairs really well with the real estate industry, and catering towards these veterans and helping them land these high paying and high caliber real estate careers is a really exciting opportunity for the veteran community.
You had to make the transition from military world to the civilian lifestyle and jobs and that sort of thing. Is it a difficult transition to get out of the military and then maybe just jump into a career?
It really is. Yeah, there's so many different options and opportunities, and you're a little bit in this bubble when you're in the military. So having opportunity to see what else is out there, what other kind of careers that you've never heard about, is a truly incredible opportunity.
You know, as you're talking, I'm sitting there thinking, veterans make a great real estate agent because first off, they fought for the land that they're protecting, for that. And now they are able to, be able to help everybody have their own piece of that freedom, if you will. What's key skills and maybe even knowledge that you think that veterans actually learn that really could actually help them become a successful career in real estate?
So two of the big ones are just being resourceful. That's one of the things that you learn early on in a career in the military that translates to real estate, is taking these different problems and everything being unique and figuring out how do you overcome that? How do you make this mission happen? And then how do you make the mission happen in real estate? And then managing people, leadership, and adaptability are just huge traits that transfer well into a wide variety of real estate careers. I
would imagine so. It's well said there, too. We're going to get to how folks can actually learn about this in just a second here, but I'd like to talk about actually the real estate market itself. Are there some emerging trends that you think that, really emphasize, maybe it's very crucial for new professionals to actually watch very closely?
There are, yeah. Some of these, just the housing market, I mean, people have been watching this with interest rates for a long time and trying to figure out how do you adapt and overcome in a dynamic and changing market, as well as everything that's going on with commissions. That's a huge opportunity to learn, adapt, and overcome and understand how do you thrive in this market that is changing for the first time in about 100 years.
Yeah, I would imagine so. And you think is there any more big challenges maybe that might be facing the real estate industry right now?
Yeah, I think some of the big challenges are really just the leadership aspect of how do you lead within this, community, and with everything that's going on, again, with clients and with careers, how do you really adapt and overcome and bring a lot of knowledge and bring a lot of leadership to that industry.
Okay, and I imagine that this event that you're about to tell us about is going to answer even more of those questions, though. Tell us about the event and how people can actually get involved.
So the event is really exciting. It's going to be focused on education, helping veterans land high-paying and high-caliber careers within the real estate industry. There's going to be some top names in real estate that will be speaking, along with Kim Kiyosaki. And there's going to be some networking with high-level real estate professionals within residential, commercial real estate, infrastructure development. And there's going to be recruiters and school counselors there to help veterans that are considering these careers, point them in the right direction, whether they're in person or if they're plugging in online.
Okay, and what we're going to do is put a link on our website, dailyflashshow.com. That'll link right to that Eventbrite event that you want to check out. Jason Anderson, thank you so much. The program, of course, if you want to find out more information to help veterans become the nation's top real estate agents, you can head over to dailyflashshow.com.
Taylor Momsen was bitten by a bat while performing with her band, The Pretty Reckless, in Spain while on a European tour. The 30-year-old who starred in Gossip Girl in the CW was opening for AC/DC when a bat landed on her left thigh and bit her after she finished singing one of her songs called Witch's Burn.
That's crazy.
Initially, she had no idea anything happened and ignored cries from the audience about the bat on her leg. Momsen shared video of the incident on her social media pages.
That's incredible.
Right? She was
Look at that.
She was helped by a stagehand.
It's amazing.
Who came on stage, removed the bat before she finished out her set.
Oh my gosh.
Momsen was required to get a series of rabies shots following
see that?
the show.
Okay, first off, the song too, witches, witches and bats go together. It's so crazy. And where was Ozzy Osbourne?
Exactly. Everybody was talking about the Ozzy Osbourne connection. She's sort of taken off on this, rock and roll tour. But how you not know?
How do you not know a bat?
It's crazy.
Bats fly around our neighborhood all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
it's interesting to see them, but I will know if a bat lands on me.
You'd think you would know, right? Yeah.
Cheer. All right.
All right, Wheel of Fortune's longtime host Pat Sajak is getting ready to spin the wheel one last time. His final episode before Ryan Seacrest takes over is coming to a close today, and fans are getting a rare look behind the scenes thanks to his daughter Maggie. She took to her Instagram page and posted videos of what really goes on backstage. Maggie posted secrets from behind the puzzle board. She served as the show's social media correspondent since 2021. She revealed Pat's water station featuring a small table with Fiji water for the host. Vanna White even got in on the fun, giving fans a glimpse of what craft services are like for her and the crew on a daily basis. June 7th, which is today, is his final spin.
Very nice. I got to touch the Wheel of Fortune things one time when they were at SeaWorld in Orlando.
How exciting.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's iconic, right?
Yeah.
And a guy, what a job he has, man.
Yeah,
I
no
mean,
kidding.
They only
It's the
tape like
best
2 or
job
3
in
months of the world, a
showbiz.
month
Yeah.
of the year.
And then half the shows they do, they're traveling to some exotic location.
How cool is that? Love that. We're doing it right after this. Stick around.
Hey guys, welcome back to Daily Flash, and this is Doing It with me, Matt Doolittle. And guys,
Maddie!
I just got back from doing it on my honeymoon, and that means a
hey
lot. Now, what I mean by that, as you guys can see, we had a great honeymoon. We went to Greece. We did a Virgin Voyages cruise, which is one of those adults only, no kids cruise. All the food's included. We pre-bought the booze. It was an amazing time. But something I really got out of a honeymoon is the time you get to spend with your new spouse, right?
Yeah, sure.
So we got to learn a lot about each other, that she likes to sleep until 10 o'clock in the morning and I go to the gym at 7:30.
That would be nice, yeah.
That she gets sick off of shrimp. I didn't know that before we went on this trip. She got a rash and we had to go to the infirmary, and I thought we were going to be locked up for the whole trip. But it was a great time. She pet all the cats. We met a lot of great people in hot tubs.
Pet cat.
She pet okay. There were gnarly cats all over Greece, and she had to go scratch every one of them, even the one with the sneeze.
Like, what's going on in Virgin Cruise?
It was what's going on in Greece. We went to Crete, we went to Montenegro, we went to all these great places, and what I really got to know is that I am actually in love with my wife, and that we can go through anything. We can go through giant stairs that she has me go down and walk on, and they hurt my knee the entire time. She almost had to call a helicopter to come get me halfway down this thing where a donkey almost kicked me. Yes. We met people in hot tubs. It was great. So, but the thing I mostly got out of it is that we are set up for a fantastic life together. And I know she's going to support me. I'm going to support her. The one thing I will tell you about Greece, though, the guys there try to hit on your wife a lot. When you're walking around and you're going, hey, I'm standing right here with the thing on. Like, Why you got a hit on her? I'm just trying to show her some new merchandise in the store, and it's all like Folexes and Fordens. The best thing I can say is, I'm married. It's over. I can stop spending money now.
Foolishly you think. Foolishly you think you won't be.
Until the kid shows up.
All right. Which actually jumps us right into our next segment. Fabian Marcano is from Daily Flash Latino is joining us now with our relationship refresh.
Fabian!
Yes, guys.
Hi, welcome
It's good to be
back.
back.
Good to
Welcome
see
back.
you,
Thank you so
yeah.
much. It's actually, I'm so excited to be back. I'm glad to see you guys. Thank you
Yeah.
for having me, of course. As you guys know, every June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and depression can impact men in relationships in many ways.
Sure, yeah.
So let's talk about how to spot the partner if they may be depressed. Have either of you experienced that, or maybe had a partner that has experienced it?
Yeah, I think number one, going through depression myself, number one is just the change in habits where you hang around the house all the day, maybe your appetite stops. I mean, all the obvious stuff. But you would think that the person that you're married to would be the first one to pick up on it, and it's not always the case. They're thinking, oh, they're just mad or whatever.
Right, or just busyness of the day gets in between all that.
Absolutely. I mean, they say depression, it comes in a variety of symptoms, and you can spot it in many ways. Maybe the lack of energy, maybe a change in moods and behaviors, and many other symptoms. But how did you guys manage it when you guys were going through it, or possibly your partner was going through it?
Well, I think where there used to be a stigma against any kind of medication to help you out, but it is a chemical imbalance a lot of times that you might need. Now, a lot of people rush to that through the first thing. That's why you need a professional to be able to diagnose, to make sure that that's what you're going through. But you will notice a significant difference. I think the biggest problem with that is that then you're reliant on the medication in order to have a good day, and it stinks, but would you rather have a really crappy day, maybe get an argument or do something really stupid? So that's what the medication's there for.
Andrea,
better living through chemistry.
Yeah.
Yes, and if you were to manage it with your partner, would you say, how would you handle that?
If you can find a way to maybe create different sort of eating habits and find out what foods might trigger different moods, because I do believe that certain foods can trigger certain moods.
Yeah, dopamine
and then getting
effect.
outside and going for a brisk walk, anything to kind of keep things moving forward.
And encouraging your significant other to join you, because a lot of times they probably want to do it, but if you had somebody that kind of pushes you along, it actually going to help you out. And then they back into that, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself.
Yeah.
I think another thing a lot of people go to is alcohol or drugs, illegal drugs, and it's not a good thing. If you start to see an uptick in that, there could be something there.
Workaholism could also be a sign of depression
Staying
too.
at work.
Because you're
Staying at work,
focused and you're
oversleeping also, and sometimes even not sleeping at all. So there's a lot of things that you could do. But also, the best way to manage it, a lot of people say that the best way to manage it with a partner is just to go with the flow. Try not to, hound on them and fall all over.
Good point.
Just to try to go with the flow and let it ease out and let them get that out of their system and stuff. But okay, let's now get into the other entertaining news.
Do
you guys know about the top 3 dating trends of 2024?
Tell us about it quickly.
Okay, at number 3 we have kitten fishing. It's the lighter version of catfishing. It involves embellishing one's profile to appear more appealing on dating platforms. And this might include minor lies about one's height, age, or interests, maybe another edited photos, right? While it may seem harmless, kitten fishing raises questions about authenticity and trust. At number 2, we have the famous ghosting. I know you guys have heard of ghosting, right? Where you just basically leave the conversation without any explanation, which leaves a lot of people kind of hurt. And at number 1 this year, we have breadcrumbing, which is just basically breadcrumbs is just like texting somebody for just a specific moment and then never talking to them again.
That's the most bizarre thing ever.
Yes, top 3 of this year. So be sure. Yes.
You can check out Fabian on Daily Flash Latino. Head to dailyflashlatino.com. Check your local listings and your times.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. I am Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment. We'll check in with Matt Doolittle in just a moment.
We sure will. It came to, I guess, an end, the TV show Young Sheldon. Did you ever watch it? Were you
Never
ever into
watched
that? Anybody
it.
in here watch Young Sheldon?
I watched the clips.
Okay,
Is
Noah,
that
you
part
watched
of another show? It was a spin-off.
Which of Big Bang Theory?
Big Bang, yes.
And there's even talk, I don't know how true it is, that they're wanting to make an old Sheldon. I keep on seeing it popping. I'm dead serious. I don't think
you're right.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Is
They're
it for
talking
real?
about doing an old Sheldon and then a Leonard spinoff too.
Okay, I like Leonard. Anyway, so right now, none of you, Noah might, because he watches it, the theme song to Young Sheldon. It's only about 10, 15 seconds long, right?
Okay.
Do you know who sings that?
No.
Blow your mind. I'll tell you first, he's not a singer. He's better known as an actor, but he does sing on the shows that he had done.
No clue.
Bryan Cranston?
That's nice and close. Believe it or not, it's Steve Burns from Blue's Clues.
Oh.
He actually sang the theme song to Young Sheldon. I had no idea all these years, and it seems like, why didn't they tell people that? Like, because Bare Naked Ladies did Big Bang Theory, the theme song for that.
Did they?
But so they use Big.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you capitalize on Steve Burns doing your theme song?
No kidding.
Not the case at all. So when I found that out, I was like, oh, I got to tell everybody. Which everybody out there probably already knows, but I found it very interesting. There you go.
Oh.
Well, I'm just talking to you. How you doing, Jackson?
I'm good. Hey, how are you?
I'm just going to tell you that.
That's nice. I like it.
So, but next time you listen to it, Noah, if you go back and watch Young Sheldon, my understanding, the dad died on that show.
Oh, thanks. Now I can't watch it.
Just
It's
get
over.
ready
The
for
theory is that Leonard's dead. And that they had to they talked about his kids
really?
and they didn't talk about him, and he names his kid Leonard, but they think it's over Leonard Nimoy. There's a whole line of conspiracy nerd stuff going on there.
And then in quantum physics, there's 5 layers of Sheldon, and it crosses roads, and it's going to be in an Apple TV Plus spinoff called Dark Matter Sheldon.
It ends up in the Avengers.
Jackson, why aren't you in Hollywood making up TV shows? I love that.
Oh, goodness. An Arizona high school teacher blamed his students' addiction to cell phones for his decision to leave the profession. Mitch Rutherford,
Thank you for saying that.
taught biology for nearly a decade. He said he'd finally had enough of trying to compete for the attention of his students and their mobile devices. Rutherford said that last fall, more than half of his students were failing his class and told him they didn't want to be at school and they didn't care about their grades. Rutherford thinks mobile phones have become a dangerous addiction for the latest generation of students. Parents say they understand his frustration with these screen-obsessed teens, and they were sad to see him go.
All right, and you were talking about Florida actually leading the way and making a big change in this, which I'm really happy to hear about this.
Yeah, I'm making here in Orange County, in Central Florida, they have banned cell phones in the classroom, really at school altogether. And they have noticed a huge difference in the kids' demeanor, their temperament, how they get along, their focus. It's all completely changed.
Now, is it just for high schools? Do you know? I might be putting you on the spot here, but because my son goes to an Orange County high school.
All schools in Orange County, all public schools in Orange County.
Is it coming up for the next season? Because the reason I'm telling you this is the kid would forget his cell phone. I'd take it up to school all the time. So if this is past year, they're always giving me the dirty eye, but maybe it's coming.
That's probably why. No, it's happening right now,
so,
as we speak.
There we go. Well, it's summer right now.
Well, that's true. I'm sorry.
So that's the year. They go, no, kids can't bring cell phones during summer.
But you can bring guns.
Bring guns.
They've done studies, though, that's proving that, kids are having serious bouts of depression, anxiety, all of these things connected to their cell phone, to their self-esteem. And all kids want to do is be YouTube stars. That's their whole goal. They don't care about school.
And they also know, and to add on to that, that even in the high schools, they can show off because now they're in front of a camera, because everybody acts different in front of a camera. It's the show. But when they put it up there, they're gonna do things that are a little bit more edgy or whatever towards the students. So Mr. Rutherford, I understand it and I get it, and it's sad that we're in that situation. We have got more trending news and entertainment coming your way. Don't go anywhere. You're watching television's Daily Flash. So glad to have you here.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Electric cars, well, there seems to be a divide between those who love them and those who don't. So who really has the final say? Well, of course you do. Here with the latest is auto expert Nick Miles to explain. Hi, Nick.
Hey, welcome to the Macintosh House of Sound, and behind me is a vehicle that just a few hours ago the world got to meet. It's the brand new Jeep Wagoneer S, an all-electric SUV from Jeep. It has over 600 horsepower and a distance of 300 miles on a single charge. It has 19 speakers on the inside from a Macintosh sound system, and 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. Starting at just around $72,000 for the first introductory model. This vehicle goes on sale as of today. Now, Jeep, of course, have a full lineup. About 7% of Americans bought electric vehicles in the first quarter, but gas vehicles as well in their lineup. And those gas vehicles now will include some new models coming from Jeep in the next few years, including a plug-in hybrid Wagoneer and a Wagoneer that has an onboard generator, which of course will charge the battery, which means it could do up to 600 miles on a single charge. So building out their lineup. And Jeep, the most patriotic brand in America now, it would be the 80th anniversary of D-Day when Jeep dropped the Willys onto the beaches of Normandy to help American troops win the Second World War. And a tease from Jeep also last night. They showed us a concept. This is the Wagoneer S Trailhawk, an off-road version with carabiner tow hooks, laser-cut roof rack, and of course water fording in deep water, a 3-inch lift to show you that this is not just an on-road vehicle, but a super capable off-road vehicle in the Wagoneer S. For the next chapter of the Jeep brand with their all-electric SUV for North America. In New York, I'm Nick Miles. I'll send it back to you.
All right, well, is your diet supporting your gut health effectively? Joining us now to better explain eating habits for your gut that actually supports focus, energy, mood, sleep, even weight is registered dietitian Maya Feller. Hey, thanks for joining us there, Maya.
Our gut health is important to our overall well-being and connects to our energy levels in the following ways. About 70% of our immune health resides in our gut. And so our gut is involved in so many parts of our body. So these tools that MyFitnessPal offers really helps individuals to make food choices that are supportive of their overall health. And we absolutely want people to reach out and get help and be in community. The MyFitnessPal app has recipes, there are plans. There's a way to be part of a community and focus on adding fiber-rich foods into your pattern of eating that specifically support your gut health. It's a great thing. To learn more information, you can go to the Apple App Store and download the MyFitnessPal app. You can also go to the Google Play Store and download the MyFitnessPal app. Or you can head directly over to myfitnesspal.com for more information.
More details on our website, dailyflashshow.com.
There's much more trending news and entertainment heading your way, but first let's check in with our friends at the Daily Buzz right here on Daily Flash.
Hi, I'm Kia Malone, host of the Daily Buzz, here to give you all of the latest trends for this Father's Day for the golfer in your life. Check out the MaxFly Tour golf balls, as well as the MaxFly Honors 14-way stand bag. Paired with the Blue Tee's unique GPS speaker, it's a great gift on and off the course. For your outdoorsy dad, check out the Nishiki Pueblo mountain bike or even a new kayak made by Quest Canyon 100. For your fitness dad, you want to grab some Ethos dumbbells and pair it with a Hyper Ice portable massager. It's essential for the stylish dads or those dads who want to be. You got to get the whole outfit. This Burst short sleeve piqué button down shirt is perfect, paired with the Essentials tee and even the Limitless Slim shorts. Elevate his look with some Adidas Samba kicks or even the On Cloud 5 sneakers. Don't forget to go to dicksportinggoods.com for more information. Follow the Daily Buzz on social media.
Summer brain drain, or the summer slide, affects students of all grades all across the country. Joining us now is Brandon Cardette Hernandez with Mrs. Wordsmith. Hi, Brandon. Tell us, what is the summer brain drain and how big of a problem is it?
20% of the learning that they acquired the year before. It's 20% of a loss that can happen if a kid is not actively involved in learning over the summer months. And it's a serious problem.
How can parents encourage reading at home?
You know, it's important to remember so many of our kids are already behind, right? 36% of fourth graders are reading on grade level. 37% of high school students are reading on grade level. So there is a lot of work we have to do to just keep kids on track right now. I think parents need to remember you don't have to turn your your living room into a classroom. But there are these really interesting ways that you can bring learning to life at home. I love video games. That's what we're up to at Mrs. Wordsmith. So you can find smart education video games that help reinforce those foundational skills, whether that's early reading skills as a kid or vocabulary as a kid gets older. There's tons of tabletop card games. We have a bunch at Mrs. Wordsmith as well, where you can play as a family, but also build that vocabulary skill, which is a really important part of the learning that can happen during the summer. And then, of course, there's just simple ways like reading to your kid and reading with your kid, or choosing a word a day as a family from one of our flip books, where you can, choose that word and then create a competition at home around who uses it the most. Maybe the winner gets to choose dessert.
And Brandon, where can we go for more information?
Yeah, to find out more about the science of reading, but also about Mrs. Wordsmith products, you can head over to our website, www.mrswordsmith.com/science.
Well, enjoying the great outdoors is always better without a sunburn, but it's easy to overdo it. Look for items in your pantry and garden that actually can help with the relief. In this latest, Dr. Ken Red Cross to the rescue Health Minute.
Sometimes we miss a spot when applying sunscreen, or we forget to reapply it. The burn is not only painful, but it can last for days. However, there are some natural ingredients that can help take the sting out. Check your pantry for apple cider vinegar, an old school remedy for sunburn relief. The main ingredient in vinegar is acetic acid, which works like aspirin to relieve pain. Mix a cup of water with a cup of apple cider vinegar and spritz it directly onto the sunburn to soothe the discomfort. Aloe vera is well known for its ability to soothe and cool hot skin. It can also help reduce redness when applied after sun exposure. If you're not using raw aloe from the plant, look for products made from 100% pure aloe. Avoid aloe lotions or gels containing alcohol or other ingredients that can further irritate and dry out the skin. Calendula, a garden marigold, has been a go-to ingredient to improve healing for centuries. It contains flavonoids and linoleic acid that fights inflammation. Use a calendula topical like boron calendula cream to relieve a variety of skin irritations, including sunburn. Not only does this unscented topical medicine provide soothing relief, but it also promotes healing and moisturizes the skin. Lastly, be sure to drink lots of water. The sun is drying to the skin, so you'll need to replenish that lost fluid. I'm Ken Red Cross with your Dr. Red Cross to the rescue Health Minute.
In today's KSA Cares, and just ahead of World Oceans Day, Nicole Condon and Guy Simmons are joining us to share details on the work that's being done to preserve our oceans. Nicole, first, tell us a little bit about the importance of World Oceans Day.
Yeah, World Oceans Day is really a great opportunity to take a minute to really kind of take in the importance of the oceans in our everyday lives and look to actions that we can take to protect it. Working with really great people like Guy Simmons here, who's joining me today, the fishers and the people behind our fisheries, celebrating all the really great work that people are doing out on the water to make sure that we have great access to healthy seafood options for future generations.
All right, fantastic. What about there's a recent survey that's out that actually the results on basically what affects consumer food choices. Can you lead us into some of that?
Yeah, so we do a massive global survey every couple of years. This year we surveyed 27,000 people across 23 countries. And particularly in the US, we're looking at a population of seafood consumers who are overwhelmingly worried about the health of the oceans. Over 90% are worried about the state of our oceans.
Yeah.
But there's optimism too in our choices when we go out shopping in terms of looking for those sustainable, credible, third-party labels to influence positive change on the water and to really put our dollars where our values are.
Well, Guy, how have these changes actually impacted the fishing industry and maybe even their customers?
Well, our customers, as Nicole said, are very concerned about not only the health of the oceans, but the actual resource. And we're particularly involved in the Atlantic surf clam and ocean quahog fishery, which has been around for many, many decades. And we've been involved in collaborative research for probably the last 40 years.
Wow.
And it has really had a good impact on our sustainability.
Well, Nicole, I want to come back to you. Maybe some simple ways our viewers can actually help participate into ocean preservation. I'm sure there's easy things they can do, right?
Yeah, I mean, the easiest thing you can do is to choose certified sustainable seafood when you're shopping. Look for that little blue label. It's really going to showcase a trust and verification mark when you're out shopping to know what is the best choice. What are the fisheries that are really trying to work towards making sure that we have those sustainable fish stocks and healthy fish stocks for this and future generations. So you can go to msc.org to learn a little bit more about the Marine Stewardship Council and all the great work that our fisheries partners are doing. Guy.
Guy, I got to tell you, it's a tough job, I'm sure, being a fisherman. We thank both of you for joining us, making the 2/3 of the world's water, so we got to make sure we take care of it and getting good food out of there. We're going to post this interview on our website. You can go to dailyflashshow.com to check it out for yourself. Thank you both for joining us.
We have to do so much for our environment when you think about it, and you look at some of the work that people do to clean up beaches and how much plastic they
it's
find.
Disgusting
it's
how much.
Awful. Yeah. It makes you think twice about what you do with your plastic bags and your plastic bottles. At least it should when it comes to wildlife.
There was a video just a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, down I believe in Miami, where it was on the back of a boat and people were literally taking their trash cans and throwing it. Do you remember that video?
Yes.
And it disgusted so many people out there, but it goes to show you where we're at and how there's people out there that don't care, but then there's people like this organization that is like making sure that our oceans are healthy, and especially when we throw it out there, that's what the fish are going to eat, so it's coming back to us.
And story update, those folks got a ticket and they are being fined by our Florida Fish and Wildlife.
I think they should.
As they should, yes, absolutely.
All right, well, we have more Daily Flash right around the corner. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for joining us, too. Welcome back to The Big Show. I am Mitch English. We're now turning our attention to summer gatherings with a new focus on fun and delicious foods with a twist. We're joined now by Allison St. John. She's Panera's culinary director. She's right now in the company's test kitchen in Massachusetts. Hi there, Allison.
Thanks so much for having me. So today I'm going to show you how to build your own Panera bread bowl mac and cheese station at home. Everyone loves our signature mac and cheese, and whether you're hosting a graduation party, a family barbecue, or just a casual hangout with friends, this is just a great customizable station that is sure to be a hit. Panera makes it super easy for you. Just order the main components, the bread bowl and the mac and cheese, from the Bakery Cafe, and you can add fun customizations at home. Panera recently unveiled our largest menu transformation ever, introducing 9 all-new menu items and enhancing 12 beloved classics. The new era at Panera includes our new bacon mac and cheese, which is a craveable addition to our menu. And as Panera is always in our bread bowl era, so the bread bowl serves as a signature serving dish for this creamy mac and cheese. While planning for your summer celebration, there are an abundance of choices for your mac and cheese station, but we have a few ideas here to get you started. So the first is a French onion mac and cheese. So we've taken 2 guest favorites, our French onion soup and our signature mac and cheese, mixed them together, put them in a bread bowl, and topped them with melty Gruyere cheese. Then we have our buffalo chicken mac and cheese bowl. So this is our signature mac and cheese in our bread bowl, topped with grilled chicken, drizzled with buffalo sauce, garnished with crumbled blue cheese, carrots, and celery sticks. And then we have a summer classic, which is a caprese mac and cheese. So we have our mac and cheese in our bread bowl, drizzled with basil pesto, roasted tomatoes, and some burrata cheese. And then on the end, this one's perfect if you're having a morning or a brunch. You can have this brunch mac and cheese, which is our signature mac and cheese, topped with crispy hash browns, crispy bacon, and a nice sunny side up egg. You can go to PaneraBread.com to explore the menu, get ordering, order your bread bowls, order your mac and cheese. It's super simple to do online or on our app to create this amazing spread for your guests at your next party.
Summer indeed, getting ready for it. Do you have any plans? You doing anywhere?
I'll be spending some time up in Ocala at the World Equestrian Center.
I know you're
yeah,
horses.
How about
you? Love horses. We're doing a lot of traveling. I'm going to stay in the Sunshine State and enjoy the
Nice.
sunshine. Thank you for spending time with us. Y'all take care.